All right, so dating sites. They are the bane of my social existence, but in this climate, they've become somewhat necessary for people to meet each other. And it's not even after a certain like social stance, like just not being of an age like where you're going to go to nightclubs and things like that. But when the pandemic hit, then I think it was an extra way for people to reach out. That was when I joined a dating site, the first dating site. The problem that I've seen with dating sites is everybody seems to be broken on these. There's a reason you're on a social dating site. No problem there. And no matter what we put, you know, it's my first time, or my friends told me to try this, or whatever. It's always an interesting mix. So for anybody who might try or understands, the few tips that I would have, or my few observations, because everybody says we don't want to waste each other's time. You know, if we're not gonna, let's meet for coffee, and if it doesn't work, then we don't want to waste each other's time. Or the women are huge on putting, you know, no hookups. I'm not just here for sex. You know, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Cool. Then don't waste people's time by putting up pictures that aren't current. Don't waste people's time by putting only pictures that show this much of your face. Don't waste time. Put it out there. Put out there your face, have a full body shot, and don't waste people's time with fake eyelashes, fake contacts, fake hair, fake nails, a face full of makeup where it's a completely different person. Don't waste the time. Don't waste the time putting pictures of yourself on vacation, the one that you go on annually. Like, this is not your lifestyle, and that's okay. But don't waste people's time by having your pictures tell a story. Just because you don't type particular words that would mislead people, your pictures do. The pictures are so much more powerful. And I can really only speak to the ladies on this one. It's my experience. But I know that there are women that, you know, would say, you know what, there's guys that take pictures, you know, next to cars that aren't theirs, or put things out there that, you know, aren't true, or I don't know, wear tight pants with the, you know, kielbasa so they look more endowed. I don't know. All I can say is, if you don't want to waste people's time and you say, I don't, you know, don't waste my time and I won't waste yours, post real pictures. That's the first thing that I can say. Post real pictures. Now, to the flip, I can say a lot of women that I've read their profiles have saved me a lot of time by the things that they write. Such as, I'm a queen, I'm a diva, you know, I'm here, you know, for me, you know, and blah, blah, you know, all these things that continue to talk about what they are in a self-aggrandizing fashion. I want no part of that. I want no part of that. You know, broken English, too many emojis, things like that. I want no part of that. I'm not, you know, I'm nobody special, but I do know what I want, and I won't settle for that. I want somebody who's going to speak, you know, on adult levels. The people who have a list of everything that they want in a person, cool. But I think sometimes we get a little out of hand with these lists. You know, he should be this, he should be that, he should spoil me. I saw one the other day where she actually used the words that he sluts me out, and she used a $sign for that. So I don't know if it's just a whole lot of sex and then he pays her for it, or what that means. Next. There's a whole lot of things that I've been saved a lot of time on from some women that I would look at and say, you know what, this is an attractive person, might want to get to know him, but you have to read the profile, because since we're not meeting people, it used to be like, oh, they were gorgeous until they opened their mouth. This is, they're gorgeous until you read their profile. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's somebody for everybody. But these dating sites are rampant with you know, people on them, so there's something to be said about that. I'm not telling people to change their ways, and I'm sure my profile is, you know, probably turned people off, although it's just in a sense that not everybody's for everybody, that's cool. No problem. But don't waste time. Post a face picture of you naturally. Post a full body pic. Look, if you're a big person or a super skinny person or missing that leg or whatever it is, or you got a, dorsal fin, people are going to find out if you meet. Don't waste the time. Don't waste the time, especially if you've read the other persons and they say, oh, I'm really into fit people, this and that. And don't put athletically toned and this and that if you are not. We know what athletes look like. Don't waste people's time. You don't want your time wasted. Don't waste other people's time. But I appreciate the ones who have saved me a lot of time with a lot of just BS rhetoric that is quite off-putting, and it's quite rude on a lot of them. I don't have any examples off the top, but man, if you're on these sites, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you're lucky. You're lucky in that sense. Now, do we have choices to get on them? Yeah, so I'm not mad. I'm just sharing my observations, and I might be a little more demonstrative with my delivery today, but it's all good. I hope everybody finds somebody for them, because it's wild out here as far as like when you talk about being a single person trying to navigate having, for myself, parenting duties, then a full-time job that I work at night, things like that. It's difficult at times. So you want to hook up with the right people, and again, you don't want your time wasted because it's precious. So guys, hopefully this helps for those of you who don't know. Ladies, I'm sure I can't be the only man thinking, you need a real picture of yourself. Stop with the super lashes, the contacts, things like, it's a whole different person. It's identity theft at this point. Full body pic. You know what? If you have good enough conversation, this and that, and your skills are on point, you're personable, and an enjoyable sort, you know what? Sometimes people will overcome things like the physical parts. Give other people the benefit of the doubt to accept you for you. That's the truth of it. Because if you don't, then you're just hiding things, and that's not a good place to start. And then, again, shout out to the ones who have saved me a lot of time by the things that they post. Keep putting that, because I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If that's what you got to put, that's what you got to put. I'm here where I need to be, so I'm going to leave it at this. Hopefully this finds everybody in a good place. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.